For me, water it's essential to life. It brings together all sorts of aspects of human life. We need it to survive. We need it for our food. We also have very passionate feelings about water. You talk to many Indian tribes about water and they'll speak very passionately about the importance of a particular river or the ocean. There's a lot I still don't understand about water, and so there's always more to learn. And then the whole intersection of the law and policy on how you govern this very important resource. You put all that together and I think you have a fascinating mix of questions to try to answer, and an important set of questions as well.
Nebraska is the 16th largest state in the U.S. It is about 200,000 square kilometers. The Czech Republic, the Netherlands, Belgium, Denmark, and the city of Stockholm could all fit inside of its area. It has the most groundwater and the most irrigated hectares in the United States. If it were a country, it would have the 12th most irrigated hectares in the world. Once called the Great American Desert, Nebraska is now one of the top producing agricultural areas. The amount of water in the High Plains Aquifer could fill Camp Nou Stadium in Barcelona 1.4 million times. The High Plains Aquifer covers a large portion of the central Midwest. About 60% of the aquifer is under Nebraska. Water in Nebraska is primarily used for domestic purposes and to irrigate crops, such as corn and soybeans. According to the Nebraska Corn Board, Nebraska is the third largest corn-producing state, and about 99% of the corn grown in Nebraska goes to feed livestock or to be converted to ethanol for cars. Created in the late 1960s, 24 natural resource districts replaced a little over 150 smaller management districts in Nebraska. NRDs formed as a localized way to manage floodwater.
That took some courage and some vision from some great leaders that happened to be in the right place at the right time.
Over the next decades, NRDs took on more natural resource issues, including groundwater management. They work with the state's Department of Natural Resources, who handles surface water and distributes water rights and well permits.
In Nebraska, local control is very important. It's something that's been important for decades, generations. So I think this allows people at the local level to feel like they have some level of control, while also giving the state the ability to oversee what's happening at the local level.
Each NRD has a small staff and a locally elected board. The members of the board are elected from their home communities. With the Department of Natural Resources, the NRDs make decisions about groundwater that can affect their neighbors as well as themselves.
When the people who are affected by the solutions help come up with the solutions, they tend to work a little bit better.
The Nebraska legislature gave NRDs the authority to tax their constituents and to implement various new rules and projects. In some surrounding states, the aquifer has been depleted by nearly 50%. But thanks to the local management systems in Nebraska, most of the state's groundwater has remained level. The water levels have even risen in some spots. Today, natural resource districts are active as policymakers and negotiators in times of conflict between states and well owners.